Okay, so here we are. We are making big progress. Like I said before, it's hard to do this and other stuff all at the same time. So what we've done, we put the subframe back in. As you can see, everything's all back in. We have all the new control arms on. Now these old sway bar links, they were actually fairly new and really good. And so I did not use the ones that came with the kit. We did go ahead and put the headlight leveler back on. You can see here. And we swapped that off the white car because I figured out they're only 19 bucks. The other one was broken. Don't know what the headlight levels work on this. All the brackets are on for all the pulley stuff. Everything's done there. As you've seen before, our new alternator's on. We have to, at this point, put the belts on, the two belts. We're getting ready to do that right now. We have to put the new power steering tank on and the new lines. Put the wheels back on the car, put power steering fluid in it, and I think we're ready for a test drive. Came a long ways. The control arms on this car were a real pain in the butt. You can see them on the floor here. A real pain in the butt to get off, and that's pretty common for E60. You have to undo the pinch bolt. You have to drive them out. There's a little bit of corrosion here on the aluminum where that goes through aluminum, and man, what a pain in the butt. Somebody had those on way too tight, the nuts on them. We had to use a breaker bar and a pipe together, like 4.5 foot of stuff to break it loose. I could still barely do it. But those were all shot. They had to be all done up. We do use a kit. This is a $130 eBay kit. We probably use 25 or 30 of these kits over the years. Never had a problem. They'll last just as long as the Lemon Dolph or whatever the hell you call them, as those. It all depends on what kind of roads you live on, right? If you live on rougher roads, those Lemon Dolph ones will last 70, 80,000 miles. They're about done. These are about the same. It's not, if you buy all factory control arms for it, it's over $1,000. We've never had one of these wear out. We've never had one come apart. So on E60 stuff, that's what you need to shoot for. Save yourself a little money on that. It is the whole arm, so you're not having to press out or take clips off ball joints. None of that at all. All the tie rods in this car were good. We checked that for, we did this to make sure. And yeah, so we're getting very close to be able to drive it. All right, so what we're doing here, we just took the M5 out, drove itself out, no problem. Everything sounds good. Power steering, took a little bit to get all the air out of the power steering. We did it up on the lift so we didn't have strain on the pump. We got all that done. There's no leaks. There's no weird noises. No issues at all. So we're ready to go for a test drive at this very minute. And we're gonna see how she does here. All right, so we're driving. The only thing we see so far, like it drives perfect, but it says engine oil level low, which we just put basically 9.5 quarts in, so we know it's not the case, which is a little bit odd. Maybe a problem with the level sensor, but you know, it's been sitting for a while, so we'll just have to see. I'm trying to take it real easy. We're down to like less than a quarter of a tank of gas is in this thing, and we don't know the quality of that gas either. So let's see how it goes. But overall, the transmission, everything functions right. We got the speed just a little bit here. Obviously, we're not going to floor it or anything because we don't blow it up. We just redid it all. There's fifth and there's six. We're only going 30, 35 miles an hour. And check our oil again. It says it's minus 0.7 of a liter. That's interesting. But anyhow, I would say it's successful function. I won't go too far today. We'll obviously get some better video of it. Don't see any trails, nothing behind us. but today was the very first test drive for the E60 M5. Okay, so we're back. I can't really say enough about it. It runs and drives really, really good. We got a couple little small issues. One, it needs tires, which we knew that before we even took it for a drive. Two, we added just a smidge, a little more oil to it, and it's still saying negative 0.7 of a liter. It may have a problem with the sensor. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible at this point. When we pulled back and restarted it, we had a check engine light for a random multiple misfire, but the gas is like, at this point, below an eighth. We didn't floor it. We didn't run it hard. Just went real slow with it. We have to get some super unleaded. We're lucky enough to where in this town you can't buy super unleaded, only 87. So I'm gonna have to take the Sequoia, go out with some gas cans, and locate some 93 octane, or in America anymore, 91's about the best you ever get. And put that in there and go with that first. But really no weird noises, no issues at all. Really, we couldn't ask for a better first run. Usually BMWs don't do this. Usually BMWs misbehave horribly. The car's not overheating. There's no drips of anything at all. And we couldn't be happier. So we're back again. Back again Monday or Tuesday, another video on this car. We're actually getting a lot better drive when it has some decent fuel. We have a little time to sort out that the oil level sensor. We may have to order one or swipe one from the white car for right now. That one did work, I know, because we drove it in here. But we'll see. What sucks about that, we got to drain out the oil, which we may just wait a little bit on that, run it for a little longer, change the oil one more time, and then do the sensor at that point in time. But we know how much it has in it right now. We know it's not a problem, and that's it. We'll see you all again very soon.